for our final project, we created a clock, which we programmed in Verilog. It's a 12-hour adjustable digital clock. The first thing we had to do was convert clock 50 into a 2 hertz counter, and on the positive edge of that counter, we increment the seconds digit. And then the rest of the digits depend on the fact that all of the digits below it are about to reset before they reset. So we just use a series of conditional statements, and they're all triggered on the positive edge of the 2 hertz counter, which is every second. So we can run this, and it starts counting at midnight.
So now we have our clock loaded up onto the board, and as you can see, it's functioning. Right now the time is 12:09 at 6 seconds in the morning, as LED 0 is not lit, and we're going to try to change it to the current time, which is 2:57, and we'll say 20 seconds. So first step is to set switch 0 to high, stop the clock. As you can see, the clock stops. Next, we see it's actually set at 20 seconds, which is perfect, so we don't even need to worry about manipulating the second bits. So we'll just focus on the minutes, and we need the minutes to be 57, so we need hex 2 to display a 7 and a hex 3 to display a 5. So first we'll deal with hex 2. First, we'll look at switches 5 through 8. We need the decimal value of those switches in binary to be 2, so we're manipulating hex 2, so we'll set switch 6 to high, and now we're going to set that to 7, so on switches 1 through 4 we need to make sure that that's a 7, and we can do that by setting the first 3 switches high. Alright, next we're going to set hex 3 to 5, so we'll make 6 and 5 high. As you can see, it goes to 5 and it goes to 5 even though the value is 7, because the maximum it can be is 5. And so since we are trying to input a value over 5, it just goes to 5. Next we're going to work with hexes 4 and 5. So hex 4 we need to be 2. It already is, so that's perfect. We don't need to worry about that. And hex 5 we need to be 0. So we'll select 5 on switches 5 through 8 as follows. And now we will switch that to 0. Alright, finally the last step is to make sure it's PM, and so we'll go all the way over to switch 17 and set that high. As you can see, the red LED R0 goes on. That indicates that it is PM. And now we make switch 0 low, and the clock starts running. It's pretty functional, and that's it.